Aloha folks, Mark Major here. This is the Action Figuratorium. Look at the production value we have on this show. Lower thirds, just like a big studio. Today I'm going to make a very short video regarding the Haslab G.I. Joe 1/12 scale Dragonfly. And if you believe that a 1/12 scale vehicle 2.5 feet long is worth $275, roughly the exact same size as this, well, I'm going to tell you that you got ripped off, so stick around. All right, welcome back from the intro. Okay, let's move us over into this world. So this is the Haslab Pulse page crowdfunding. It's just a marketing thing. Crowdfunding for this 1/12 scale helicopter that only one dude can sit in. So it's like a little sort of personal gyrocopter. Kind of cool. Not saying it's lame by any means, but I don't think it's really worth $275. And I, like a few other people, such as maybe that cat Uncle Tim from Uncle Tim's Rants and Reviews, we think that if you settle for paying this type of money for this, then you're sending a message to the Hasbros of the universe out there that you're willing to pay this kind of money all the time for essentially what is a vehicle that came out years ago for a 1/18 scale that has now been blimped up, and they can overcharge you for it. $274 comes with a figure, comes with a bunch of other gack, you know, the blades move, that sort of thing. Well, what I want to show you guys is that here is a vehicle that is the exact same size, 2.5 feet, as that helicopter. This is made by Chatmai. It's branded as, I think it's called Soldier Force Sentinel 1. And these were sold at retail. And this vehicle has moving blades. It has sounds. Jeez. It came with figures. It actually has a little gate that opens, and it comes with a another vehicle, a little truck with a couple of guys. It also has this sort of hook that you can lower down to rescue people with. A little sort of ramp thing that opens and swings out, so dudes can lean out of this thing and fire the gun. You can put two pilots in the cockpit. You know, it's not just like a kid's sand pail that is cranked out. You know, like there's a certain amount of work that went into this. Okay, it's not as ghetto as you might think, right? It's essentially the exact same amount of stuff that you're getting with the Dragonfly. It's just scaled to put smaller guys in it, so it's a 2-seater versus a 1-seater. That's basically what I want you to see the differences. Okay, and you're probably thinking, oh, well, those were probably what, $500 back in the day? No, let's go over to the Amazon page. Here is the play set. Currently, it's been they keep reissuing it. They keep remaking it. They just take the same product and they repaint it, rebrand it. It's now a mega helicopter playset, and you can see it's all the exact same stuff. It actually comes with not only is like you can see the little truck in there that you get and the two guys that pilot and fly it and whatnot. It also comes with like a little sort of tower, and let me switch back. I have something very similar right here in my hands. It's not quite the exact same one. I think I actually have that exact same one, but it's like buried in a box of crap somewhere. So I just want to give you guys, show you what some of this stuff really looks like. And it fires missiles, it's got sounds, the helicopter blades, all the stuff that you see in with the Dragonfly. It's all included here. But let's look at the price. Oh, $68.99, and that's Amazon. When has, Amazon ever been cutting edge cheap? Well, sometimes it is, but a lot of times Amazon is just sort of a base price from which you can price hunt and shop around to find it cheaper somewhere else if you're willing to put in a little bit of time. So this helicopter that I showed you that's in my hands there, that's $70 retail, okay? $70 retail. You guys are paying $275 for the exact same thing. The main difference, other than this is built for 1/12 versus 1/18. Okay, so where you could pile a bunch of dudes and stuff in it, this you got like a pilot and a gunner behind them or something, right? Is it's made by Hasbro and it's G.I. Joe. That is the only difference. And if this thing said Sentinel 1 on it, and it was at a Toys R Us or something like that, you wouldn't think anything about it. It would just look like another, vehicle going by in the, in your peripheral vision. So I really think that people who jump in on these because the buzzword is 1/12 vehicle. 1/12 vehicles are so expensive. It's a big mold. It's a new mold. You get a figure with it. You're being robbed. You're being robbed. You're being ripped off. This thing is $70 retail, which means it costs them about $45 to make it, because, there's got to be some type of a markup there to where somebody can buy it wholesale, right? And you are just being super overpriced on this. Now, a few people have bought multiples of these. Why? Well, they believe that they're going to resell either the figures or a couple of the helicopters, and they're going to keep one, and the ones that they sell are going to pay for it. Now, I think that's a great idea. I'm actually all for that. I think that's a cool move if you have the money and you can get a couple and you can sell them to pay for this. However, there's one problem with that, and that is, look at the amount of backers. Right? And we're still got 6 hours to go. They extended it. How do they do that? How can these guys extend it? That's crazy, right? Because they wanted more money, right? So 23,000 backers. That means demand-wise, anybody who wanted one of these got one. The demand at this point is at 0. No one else wants one. If you wanted one of these, you bought it. So people who bought multiples to resell, there's now going to be a huge supply on eBay, etc., trying to get rid of these. Now, when the first guy gets his, and it's like, I have it in hand, yeah, sure, he's going to list it, buy it now, $1,000. And there might be a cat out there who just mashing the keyboards buys it, right? But as more and more people get them and they start listing them on eBay right away, that price is going to go down, and it's going to go down, and it's going to go down, and it's going to keep going down, and it's going to be less than $274, because at a certain point, people have tied up a bunch of money in it, and they got bills coming. They may not have known that they had these bills when they bought this thing, because it was a year before it's delivered, but a year's gone by, and all of a sudden now they've got a dentist bill for their kid. They've got a water bill. They've got to pay for a new water heater. They've got to pay for like a gutter or roofing. They got to get their car fixed. They're sitting on 2 or 3 of these things. They're going to have to get rid of them. You're going to be able to buy these things cheap, but at $250, if we go back to the Amazon one for $70, it's still too much. It's still too much. Anyways, that is today's quick down and dirty on how you, as a consumer, are letting them take advantage of you by giving them your money. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next one.